stories don't really matter.
Another thing, especially with large organizations, most mediums, they have a mission, vision, and value statement. And if you can go find those, which are most of the time just about us on the web page, figure out how you fit into their mission, their vision, and their values. That way, you are mirroring what they are looking to accomplish. That way, that will show you being the perfect person for not only how you do what you do, but what they believe in and what you believe in, which are your core values.
And put that in your cover letter. Put those stories in your cover letter. You got to be able to grab them from the start. What did you say, 5 minutes? You got 5 minutes in front of this man, and he's already made his mind up whether or not he's going to hire you. I can't say I'm speaking from experience, but I'm speaking from research. From a research standpoint, use that cover letter to sell yourself.
Karen's right about the research. It's very, research I've seen is very similar. People make their judgments very quickly.
Very quickly. In my studies, I showed 3 minutes. So he's giving you 2 extra. I showed 120 seconds.
Yes.
30, 60, 90, 124 minutes. And they've already decided yes or no, whether or not. I've gone in the interviews and not even been offered a seat. So at that point, I already knew I was wasting my time. Read the clues.
Well, he asked a question earlier. People, are you judgmental? You know, it's human nature to be judgmental. And, you know, John talked, you know, we have professional HR recruiting people that are doing interviews. They know what they can use, what's legal, what's not. But in a lot of cases, you also have hiring managers that are part of the process as well. And what you don't know is, even for us in the HR department, what we don't know is that judgment that's based on their life, their prejudice, their perception of the world, if that isn't influencing the score that they write down. And they're not going to say, I'm not going to offer her a job because her cleavage is showing too much in the interview. They're not going to write that down. But if at the end of the day, that cleavage causes them to say, I don't want this person on my team, then they're going to figure out a way to make that reflect in the score. And you're not going to know that. And we're, you know, even in the HR department, I'm not going to know that. And so you got to recognize in that 120 seconds, it's appearance, it's a number of factors. Some are legal, some are not legal, but it's reality. It's the world, and you have to recognize that. Again, it's the same concept for me as that stack of resume. In a lot of cases, it's looking for reasons to eliminate people. It could be one thing. Now, it's not absolute, but all of this to me is about what are the things I can do to increase my offers. There's no exact, if you do all of this, you'll get the job. But here are the things I can do to increase my odds, and the appearance is a big one. Another thing on the question, the other thing is, I think he mentioned it earlier when he was talking about his company. Ultimately, what we're trying to do is find people that are going to fit into this culture. Okay, the skills are important, but are you going to? At my level in the company, when problems reach my desk, they're big problems. Okay, so I look at it as, is this person going to cause a problem to get on my desk? In a lot of cases, those problems have nothing to do with work performance. It's attendance, it's sexual harassment, is this person doesn't like to work with men, this person doesn't like to work with women, this person doesn't like to work with blacks, Hispanics, white, whatever it is. It's those, and so we're trying to figure out, is this a team player with a good, strong work ethic that's going to come to work every day and not cause me problems?
And that's the truth.
Yes.
That's true. I got 4:28. What I'd like to do, because we like to start on time and we like to end on time. I mean, has this been helpful? Yeah. Well, I think that the panel is spot on. I've had 3 different organizations, and I was sharing this with some of the panel, ask me to do this again. Why didn't you tell us? The library came down this afternoon before we got started, and they said, we would have put this out on Link Hub. We would have blew this up. You know, when are you doing it again? The Assisi Foundation. You know, they want this kind of information. I think it's different. I think it's helpful. I think you just, you know, verified that, and we thank you for coming. We thank you all for sharing this kind of information, because if you're sitting there in the interview, it's too late. If you've gotten that far, if you've gotten that close, you want that job. So what is it that I need to do to seal the deal? So again, we thank you all. I do have some websites that I want to share with you all. Again, I want to, you know, if anybody wants that book, he talks about different websites for our seasoned citizens, you know, where you can go and search for jobs. And the culture is accustomed to hiring the seasoned person. So, you know, I think that that was a great point to bring out, to, you know about the culture of the organization, because, you know, if I tell people, go at 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning and sit in the parking lot. Look at how the people are dressed when they come in, and then you'll know how to dress when you go for your interview. You don't want to go in dressed in a tuxedo and they're wearing shorts and sandals. You're going to be totally out of place. So, you know, you want to understand what's going on. You got to do the research, like, you know, you heard the panel talking about. Know something about the company. What I like to do, we're at 4:31. I want to see if there are any additional questions in the audience, and then I'd like for each of our panel members to give us a summation of whatever it is that they want to say to the group. And I just want to thank you. I think Mr. Carter said earlier, you know, out of all of the people who are in this town who need employment, whether you, and I know some people in here are employed, but if you're looking for that promotion, or you're looking for that next position, like I like to say, in between positions, whatever you're doing, I know that this place should be standing room only. This room should not have empty seats in it. So I think you owe yourself a round of applause for taking time out of your Sunday to come out and do what you're doing today as well. So, do we have any more interview, resume, or any other questions in the audience? I see my daughter has a question. Yes, ma'am.
Hello, panel. My name is Yvonne Nelson. I am a student at Christian Brothers University in the Human Resources Department. In my experience in interviews, I've had 2 different types of replies. One of them was, you're not experienced enough. But my reply to that was, well, if I can't get a job, how do I get experience? And also, another reply that I had, and as a college student, sometimes I feel like, you know, I just want a couple of dollars in my pocket, nothing too serious, but I'm at the point now to where I'm a sophomore and I really do want to start getting, basically I want to get where you're sitting. I want to get in a position down the line in a human resources career. And one of the replies that I got was, you're overqualified. And I don't understand. The job was in McDonald's, so I guess I could see why, but, you know, I don't understand, if a person needs a job, why would they say you're overqualified when it's not really what, you're not going to a job for someone to tell you that you shouldn't work there because you have too much experience in something, I don't think. So I was just wondering, what would be a good starting point if I want to get further in my career, but I don't want to be held back, but I want to start somewhere.
I've been taking this child to school with me for 3 years, and at